Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Welcome to my Week 6 synopsis. I hope that you all enjoyed the little video I left you guys on the league page. Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I can clearly see that Walter wasn't a big fan of the video, but I found it rather amusing myself, and so I thought I'd share it all with you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Um, I'm going to look at what happened this past weekend. Not a very necessarily high-scoring week. We only had one team break 100. That was Cody, who seems to have rebounded from the hit he took last week, virtue of Wayne's man crush. I personally can attest to the kind of the jinx that can have on a team or a player because Wayne did say in the league in our Nostradamus post how much he loved Philip Rivers, and of course Philip Rivers had his first dud game of the season against my Rams, so I wasn't too sad, but still, Wayne, you got to stop doing that to people. Speaking of that, Wayne, you did get trounced by Cody's team that you love so much, so that was kind of like a bittersweet thing for you there. I'm sure you didn't want to lose, but worst things can happen, right? Cody beats down Wayne 107-69. Convincing win there for Cody. He's now at the top of David, 4-2. I also am tied with him atop the division. I managed to squeak by Brad. I was actually sitting in the lounge of my dorm watching some NFL and watching the fantasy cast on my laptop of me and Brad's matchup, and I was just getting killed for a while, and then there was a 5 minute stretch where Arian Foster scored 2 touchdowns and Calvin Johnson scored another, and it like doubled my point total, and for that, Brad, I apologize. I don't know how deserved a win it was. You were just killing me for the longest time, but um, it happens. So glad to get the victory there. Chad beats Walter. That was a very good game. Probably the only undecided one going into Monday night. And it was looking like Walter would pull it out for a long time. Had Chris Johnson versus Chad had the Titans D, and it just turned out that the Titans just smothered the Jaguars. And Chris Johnson, he got his points, but it wasn't enough to overcome that difference. Chad wins 98-91. Mason continues Jeremy's slide. Down, the ladder in the Goliath division, 91-69. Mason's now to 500, one game back in David. Jeremy's 0-6. Sad times. And in the by far the ugliest game of the week, we had Al and David. For a 5-1 team, Al really did not show up, but you know, speaking in that manner, David really, really didn't show up. I'm going to attest Al's low score to David's defense, as happens very often. But David just couldn't manufacture any points at all. He gets the Snowman this week with 54. Yeah, that just leaves a lot to be desired there. But Al, you're still 5-1, best team in the league. Good job there, and keep it up. Let's see. Nostradamus-wise, Mason was a Walter victory away from, or a Chad, I guess I should say, a Chad victory away from the Nostradamus. He predicted all the other 4 matchups correctly and the Snowman, as he said David would get it. But Chris Johnson just couldn't manufacture enough points there in that Monday night game. So let's look at the matchups for next week. I'm very interested to see what's going on here. I know I'm playing Wayne. That ought to be a close one. I was looking at our preview a little bit earlier, and I don't know, give and take a few 5-10 points there. It should be a close one. We got Brad and Walter. Both those teams have been slipping lately. Well, I guess Brad hasn't been slipping too much lately, but I know Walter's on a couple game slide. He needs to start picking up, especially. He's got the personnel for it. He got Aaron Rodgers traded to him. He's got some good running backs. Guess he's just lacking at the receiver position, and that's what he's trying to shore up right now. So maybe Walter can get some momentum going from that matchup. We got Chad and David. Tread carefully, Chad. David does tend to play defense. Al and Mason. That I feel like that's probably going to be our matchup of the week. I'll go post a poll about it in a little bit. See who we think's going to win. But Al, best record in the league. Mason, up and coming. That'll be interesting to see who takes that one. And then finally we got Jeremy and Cody. It'll be interesting to see if Jeremy can finally get his first win. Cody's team's looking good lately, though, so I would venture to say that chances are against Jeremy there. So yeah, that's next week for us. Looking forward to that. Should be fun. And everybody have a great week, and good luck this coming weekend.